We are packed down. Alright guys, so obviously I'm out of school and I'm actually on my way to my dad's house. I'm in his neighborhood right now. Well, I got a bit of a problem. My passenger window isn't rolling up. The switch and everything, I think it works. I think it just needs the motor replaced on that side. My driver's window works just fine. But yeah, it's just like not rolling up at all. I don't know, I'm gonna have to take a quick trip to the auto parts store. Let's hope I don't have to do that, but yeah, I'm almost to my dad's house. I'm gonna take a shower and get cleaned up and everything, and we'll be on our way to deer camp. But I'll pick you guys up when I pick you up, so we'll see you then. I actually got my window all fixed up, and it turns out the switch just came unplugged, so yeah, it's all good to go now. It rolls up and down just fine. And well, as you can see, I'm on the highway right now, making my way up to the farm. We're getting pretty close to the exit. Then we got some back roads to go down, and then we're there, and I'm excited. The deer actually rutting really hard this year, so I don't know, anything could happen, so probably let you guys know when we're pulling in. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're on the road that the farm is on, so I'm about to pull in here in a minute. It is that time, baby. Deer Camp 2023. There it is. Oh. We're here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. Good morning, everybody. Right now it is opening morning of rifle season. It's cold this morning, let me tell you that. But I'm hunting in the woods today. I mean, it's dark outside, as you can tell. There's a little frost on the ground. Pretty chilly, but I'm hunting in the woods, so it's going to be a little later when the sun comes up for me. I'm being in a new stand I've never been in before today, so we're going to see how it goes. I'm excited, and I'm going to quit talking, go get ready, and I'll catch you guys in the stand. I'm in the stand, as you can tell, and it wasn't light enough to record. As you just saw, 4 deer just came through the woods. It was 3 does at a little 7-foot point. It was a little basket rack. So obviously I wasn't gonna shoot them, but they just came through like, I think the one was like 10 yards from me. But I think the closest to 7-foot guy was like 15 yards. So they were still pretty close.
out there is actually a swamp, and so I don't know if there'll be deer coming out of there. It's pretty dry, so there might be. And then out there is a field. That's where those 4 deer came from. And then I have a swamp back behind me that I can shoot into. This is the gun. This is the 44. There goes a gunshot. Hopefully something will happen, but you never know. I'm just excited to be out here. It feels good. Catch you guys if anything else comes through. Alright guys, so right now it's like 9:30. I'll probably get down around like 9:45, 10 o'clock-ish. I just want to let you know, it is freezing out here. It's like 27 degrees, but it feels like 23. And that's cold. Let me just tell you. Those 3 does came back, and then there was another buck, but it wasn't that little 7-point. It was like a fork, so that was 5 deer I saw. And then in the swamp back behind me, I didn't have enough time to get the camera out, but there was like a super tall spike out there at like 20 yards, but I didn't have enough time to get the camera out, so I haven't seen any more deer or anything. I've seen a lot of squirrels, heard a lot of crows, a lot of sandhill cranes, and geese. The sun is really bright if you can't tell. I think we're having bacon, eggs, and maybe pancakes or something for breakfast when we get back. There's the sandhill cranes. I'm excited to eat because I'm hungry. All I had was a little pack of little bites, little 4 muffins. Those suckers are everywhere up here, let me tell you. Apparently, my cousin had a pretty big buck around him, but I don't think it came in quite close enough for him to shoot. But I had 2 little bucks at like 10 yards, so I'll catch you guys here in a little bit if I get down or if anything else comes through. So as you can see this trail right here, this is what we come walking in on. And there's a guy sitting down there on the trail. And there's a box pine that's out in front of me. But this is the big field I'm sitting over. There's the box pine. My dad's actually in that stand over there. All this field, so I got a pretty wide range to shoot. And like I said, the deer could be coming from my right side, so. Then back there's the swamp I can shoot into. And yeah, it's a pretty nice swamp as you can tell. It's all dried up. So there may be deer through there, so we just gotta keep lookout. So I'll pick you guys up if we have any action or anything, or to give you an update or something. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's obviously some time later now, but the deer activity really started to pick up, and they were all back there behind me and everything, so I was basically for like 45 minutes straight just looking behind me, and there was someone that's hunting the woods right across this swamp, and he was talking that there was a bunch of does and a really nice 8-point out there. And so I'm getting ready, got my gun up, looking through my binos, looking through my scope, finding them, and getting on him, and I hit the grunt call a little bit. It looked like he started to come towards me. Then I didn't spook him, but something else did, and he ran back into the field. And then I heard a shot that came right behind me, so I think the guy shot the buck, which it was a really nice 8-pointer, so it was huge. I mean, it stinks that it didn't come to me, but I mean, it's alright. At least he got him, though. One of us did, so still got opportunities to shoot bucks, so not that worried about it, but hopefully he's dead, because I saw that thing was huge. But I didn't have enough time to get a camera on it, because it was through some trees and stuff, so it was hard to see. Like, even I was having trouble seeing it through my binos and scope and everything, so I just didn't try to mess with him. Unless he stepped into the swamp, then I would have started recording, because then I would have shot him. So I don't know if there's going to be any more movement since he just shot. If there is, I'll let you know, but if not, I'll probably see you guys back at camp. See you then. Alright guys, so I'm back now. It's actually like 9:50 at night, But just to give you guys an update, the guy who shot at that big buck, we think he missed because there's no blood and we can't find the deer, so we believe he missed. We drew for stands, and I'm hunting the stand that the guy was in the morning, so hopefully I have a good shot. So I will catch you guys bright and early in the morning. See you then. Alright guys, so we are in the stand. There's a deer over there. Deer are starting to move. I just see two over there and there's one back here in the field. It is 7:20 in the morning. This is the stand that the guy from yesterday shot the deer out of, and I was back there hunting a stand. And the wind's blowing that way, so the deer should be coming from this way. Or there's always deer in the backfield, so I'll show you the view. But this is also where I hunted last year. All the videos of bucks and stuff. So real quick, I'm gonna video the deer and then I'll show you what I'm looking at. Right there is the first deer that he's seen. I think it's just a doe, I believe it is. Alright, so here's this field back here. And then there's a field right here to my left. And I am allowed to shoot into this field. So that's where that big buck was last night. So back behind me there is a swamp all the way back there, but the stand's a little tight, so can't really get that far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 deer in that frame right there. They're all does. Well, they're a long ways out there, that's for sure. There's a buck right. You see that buck? The phone's buzzing. I see him. I don't want it to focus on the branches. I'm trying to keep it from doing it. That's the buck right there. In the middle of the frame. I think he's an 8-point. I think those are just does. Yeah, there's the buck right there. It's a nice deer. There he is. Looks like he's working his way up here. I don't know how many does there are, but that is a lot. Just a whole bunch of them had just walked out. There's so many. My cousin's hunting over there. We might hear a bang go off here in a minute. There's a ton of them. What the heck? There's so freaking many. Alright guys, well, it's like 9:45 right now. I haven't really seen anything else. Those 9 deer that came in front of me, they came through. Some of them went like behind me and like under me. Some went over there, and they went across that field over there. I looked back and they started running back. And there was like 3 or 4 of them, and then that really tall spike. And they chased out, and then they ran out in that field like you saw. They kind of played around back there, and then they went into the woods. I didn't see him again, but when they were back, like right over here, I saw the big buck walk back towards the woods back there. He didn't come up here, but I don't really know how much longer we're sitting, so if there's any more deer, then I'll pick up the camera, but if not, then I guess it was a pretty good deer camp, let me tell you. Wasn't as good as last year, but it was pretty good. So far, no one has shot anything yet, except for last night, but he missed, so. I mean, if I wanted to, I could wait a lot longer, but since I'm the farthest away, no one has to walk past me. I could just sit here for longer, but I don't know, I probably won't, because I'm hungry and we're eating biscuits and gravy today, so. It's 10 o'clock. I just saw a buck came from this woods, and I was standing up, looking over here into this field, and I looked back, and I just see a big-bodied deer in the middle, and I knew it was a buck. So I pulled up my binos, saw it was a buck, and then I grabbed my grunt call, started hitting the grunt call a little bit, and he kind of turned and looked, but then he started keep running across the field and through the woods that's straight ahead of me, and I don't know where he is now, but normally I'd be like getting out of the stand right now, but I'm gonna wait a little while longer to see if he comes back. But well, guys, that deer never came back. It's like 10:30 right now. I'm about to pack down, get out of here. There's no more deer back there, but you kind of see a little bit better. There's the field I can shoot into. This field I can't shoot into. That's where all the deer come from. I can shoot all over there into the swamp and everything, and yeah, this is probably like one of my favorite stands. A little one-man stand. Got my camera arm coming out. Got the gun. Got up my backpack and stuff like that. Probably gonna pack up, get out of here. So pretty good hunt, pretty good deer camp, and catch you guys here in a little bit. We'll see you next year, hopefully. Alright guys, well, I know another way to say this, but well, I didn't go home, so I'm hunting this afternoon. It's me and one other guy out here. Everyone else left, went home, and yeah, so this is a stand I've never hunted before. It's new. I can see a long way. I got a gun that can shoot a long way, so be able to shoot good. I'll show you what we're looking at. Out in front, you can see there's a swamp back there. I can shoot into that. Deer like to come out of there. I can shoot all this, and over here. If you remember from yesterday, there was that box blind across the field. That's that box blind right there. And I can shoot, all of this. So I got a long shot over here. I got a pretty long shot over here. Then over on my right, there's a field back here I can shoot, like not super far out there, but like right around in this corner. So I got a lot of ground I can cover. Then my cousin who's over here is hunting in the woods back over there. So we're gonna see if we can't make it happen. After tonight though, I am going home because I got school tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see if we can't make something happen here. There's a couple of does right there. I think there's 2 of them. Right there. See that orange? That's a guy over there looking. But that deer right here, it doesn't know I'm here. The deer doesn't know I'm here, but it sees that guy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now illegal shoot, so it was a good hunt. I saw about 8 deer. I'm not gonna lie, I took like a 45-minute nap. I didn't mean to, I accidentally fell asleep. And this guy shot back here and supposedly ran my way. And I wasn't awake, so I didn't see it, so I never heard their shot or anything, so that was a shot. I'll start getting packed up and everything, and might have to go help this guy find it. Gotta go find his deer, so I don't know. But that's probably gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed.